Hey y'all, I'm Amanda from Dixie Delights, and for today's Daily Delight, I'm going to show you how I make a really simple bow for my Christmas wreaths, my Christmas garlands around my front door, and even for my tree toppers. So I am making these today specifically to go on the wreaths that I hang on the windows on the front of my house. And when I pulled out my wreath that I've used the last few years, you can see the bow here is really faded, and I just used really inexpensive ribbon for it, so it definitely was worth the price for the few years that I got out of it. I've used the same wreaths for about 15 years, and those are still in good shape. They're just a basic green wreath, but I do every couple of years have to replace the bows. So I stocked up on ribbon at Michael's on sale. They were having a 70% off sale, and I went with this. I like to use traditional Christmas colors, and I like to keep my ribbons all in red and gold. So these were, this was a perfect option. It's red and it's piped in this little gold tiny beads, which is really lovely. And this is a very inexpensive ribbon. The back of it is just that plasticky type material. But the good thing about using this type of ribbon outside is that it really holds its shape up in the elements of being outside. And it'll last you for a good few years on the outside of your house. I leave mine up for about a month and think that it's just really such a pretty and festive look. So I need to make 18 big bows. I have 15 windows on the front of my house that need bows, and then I have a garland that I hang around the front door, and I like to kind of make it go up a little bit in the center, so I need 3 bows to go at the 2 corners and then at the center of the garland around the door. I bought 6 rolls of this ribbon, and there are 25 feet on each roll. So I figured out that I can use about 8 feet of ribbon per bow, and that'll give you a great nice size bow that looks really full and nice and not chinchy and like that I used too little of ribbon. So what I will do here is just I have my little yardstick. I use this all the time, and I'm just gonna measure out my 8 feet of ribbon for a bow. So each yard is 3 feet, that's 6 feet, and then I've got 8 feet, and pinch where I'm marked with my finger and cut it off. So the next thing that you want to do is find the center of your ribbon. So just match up your tails and stretch it out, and pinch where the center of your ribbon is. So this is all very, very laid back, not prescriptive. There's no right or wrong way to exactly do this. So just bear with me. You pinch the middle of your ribbon, and then you just make your first loop at whatever size that you like. So I like mine nice and full. And then you move to your other side. So now I have a short one and a long one. So now I'm going to take my long one and make my second loop. Just eyeball it to try to keep it about the same size as your first loop. So can you see a bow taking shape here? So my tails are about the same length. So for this, I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. So then I do my second loop. And then over here, I do my second loop. And now, I've got a nice full ribbon with a nice little tail at the bottom. I'm just pinching it in the middle, and then I'm going to take a regular length pipe cleaner. I like to use green just because when I put it on the wreath it kind of blends in. And then while you're pinching it, you just wrap your pipe cleaner around it, and in the back you twist it a couple times to secure it. So now you're left with your bow. but you can still kind of see the green in the covering up or attaching the center of the bow. So that's when I take another few inches of ribbon. Now this is really thick, and so I'm going to cut it straight down the middle. And the good thing about this type of ribbon is it cuts, it doesn't fray or anything. And then I'm going to wrap it around the center on top of the pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to give another couple of twists on my pipe cleaner to keep that nice and snug. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this that's hanging down. And now there's different things you can do to the tips of your ribbon. You could leave them just straight. You can cut them on the diagonal, or you can notch them into a V. And I really like mine notched into a V, so I'll show you how to do that. You just take your ribbon and fold it in half. And then, sorry, I'm trying to do this so I can show you. So you fold your ribbon in half, and then starting at the bottom edge, you just cut up, and then it unfolds into a nice little V. So I'm going to do the other tail. Cut up. All right, so that's it. You've got a nice big bow with, and you can twist your ribbon to make sure you know that the front side is the one that's showing with nice little tails on it. And then you use this leftover piece of pipe cleaner in the back to attach it to your wreath. So I'll show you how to do that now. These wreaths, if you'll notice, got a little pine straw in it, usually have two metal rings going around the back side. So I just wrap my pipe cleaner around one of those so that it stays nice and secure, especially when it gets windy outside during the month. And then I just twist my pipe cleaner, as you can see, around that. Give it a good couple of twists, and then just kind of tuck the ends of the pipe cleaner in your wreath, and you are left with a beautiful wreath to hang on your front door, on your windows, or wherever you like. Now, if you wanted to make a wreath like with shorter tails, then just make more loops on your bow part, or use a shorter piece of ribbon. And if you wanted to make a bigger one for a tree topper, then I would use more ribbon. You use the exact same process and probably put like 5 or 6 loops on each side of the center to get a nice big full bow to put on the top of your Christmas tree. Before I go, I wanted to show you one other Christmas related thing that I've been excited to share with y'all, and those are these scent sickles. I use fake Christmas trees because we found out the first year that we were married that Honey is allergic to Christmas trees. I don't know if it's all of them, but whichever one we had caused him a lot of issues that first Christmas together. So we've been using fake trees ever since then, and I just discovered these on the sale rack at Michael's this year, and I thought, why not? I'll just try it. They are fantastic. So I got the white winter fir scent. They have different scents of pine and Christmas, and I got 2 of them so I could use them on 2 different trees. And all they are these, you use them as ornaments. They come with these little hooks, and you just tuck it on the insides of your tree before you get all your ornaments on it, and they really smell delightful. I've had them up just for a few days now, but I can't wait to see if they last through the month. I really hope that they do. So with that, I hope that you enjoyed today's Daily Delight, and I hope that you have a delightful day and a delightful Christmas.